I grew up in a home where we learned about God, we learned about Jesus, we really learned about hell and how scary and terrible it was. Back in the early 80s, the late 70s, we had all those Left Behind type of, the first kind of series of those movies that just were designed to scare the hell out of people. Literally, that was their goal. Scare you enough about hell so that you'll choose something else. I got married as a teenager, 19. And after that, I went to Bible college, went to a Mennonite Bible college, I went to a Baptist seminary, and those schools reinforced the same kinds of things that my parents taught me about how God works, and how much the emphasis was, you better be scared or else. Exact opposite of what we were singing in these songs this morning. If you were scared enough, then you might behave well enough. And that was the way the motivation worked. They wouldn't say it in those words. They wouldn't come down and come to the basement level and actually say it that way. But that really is the message that's behind so much of what I learned. And it was reinforced everywhere. And so we are largely a product of whoever gets to us first. We really are. We are very plastic that way. And so as we grow up, the things that are taught to us, we naturally believe them because we love our family, we love our parents. And whoever they respect, we automatically transfer some respect to them. Of course, we rebel as teens and whatever, but by and large. And so when I ended up on my face on the floor of my pastoral office saying, God, if this is Christianity, if this is the message that I have for people, I'm done. I can't take this anymore. I talk to people and they don't change. They just keep on doing whatever they were doing. They're scared for a little while and they repent and they do the big deal and they say the right things, and then 3 months down the road they're back to the same old ways and same old behaviors that they had. But it wasn't only them, it was me too. I did exactly the same thing myself. And suddenly, when I was on my face on the floor of my office, that very day, God sent me somebody to tell me that there's another way of understanding that the gospel is, and that it's actually a good gospel. It's actually good news. It's not just bad news to try to scare you towards an alternative. And I started hearing the good news. And I started reading books that shared the good news. And very slowly, my mindset started to shift. And it was 1999 when that happened. So we're working on our 16th year. And so much has changed for me. And it's only really been in the last 3 or 4 years where I guess it's been along since 1999, but I'm really getting enamored with God, with Jesus Christ. I'm falling in love with the lover. As he is expressing his love to me, I slowly melted. I'm not like ice that melts quickly. I was like lead. That takes a longer time to melt. But in his hot love, he's melted me and he's changed what I think about who he is and what I think about who I am. And to be honest with you, he's right. I just know he's right. I always had questions before. I always had fears because things wouldn't really work the way I was taught they should work and the way I taught others they should work with the faith and things. And if you just believe enough and obey enough, then things will go good. You see, I've lived with chronic pain since I was a pubescent boy. And I figured if I believe good enough, then God's going to heal me. If I confess well enough and mean it well enough, then he's going to heal me. And I did that hamster cage over and over and over again. And now I know that he loves me. If I get this physical body healed or not, that's besides the point now. Because I know he loves me. And I know I love him. And I can just rest in that. And I can share that with people and draw them towards the love of God. He is a good, good Father. And the enemy of our souls is not anywhere near as powerful as we tend to give him the credit for. He's a defeated foe. Even with unbelievers, he's still a defeated foe in their lives. And it just needs to be revealed. And it can't be revealed by giving them more rules or more obligations or, or scare the hell out of them. I found that never worked. You'd have people coming to church after you've scared the hell out of them for 2, 3, maybe 4 months, 5 months, and then they just fade away. And so our churches get filled with converts, and then they're quickly emptied of those same converts, and nothing changes. But when we fall in love, when we recognize how loving he is, and that's why I'm so thankful for Ralph. He's one of the guys that he's so enamored with the love of God. And he knows how to share it with us. And so I'm expecting the same thing today from whatever Ralph has to share with us. Thank you.